Sexyyy Red will share almost anything online, from live sex scenes to presidential endorsements.
Trump, we miss you.
And even some very, very personal things.
That's the craziest thing that ever happened to me.
All the moments I'm about to show you will blow your mind. Leaked sex tape to social media. Let's take things back to October 2023 when Sexyyy Red posted this to her Instagram story. Although she deleted it shortly after, the whole internet went crazy with thousands keen to give their opinion on it. One fan accused her or the guy in the video of leaking it, and another wrote, "Don't she got a kid?" What motivates y'all to do things like this? While others questioned the fact that her coochie didn't look pink. So you're probably wondering, why the hell would she post her own sex tape online? And the answer is, she didn't, or so she says. Sexyyy Red's known for her enigmatic and boisterous personality online, and since her songs are so explicit, it's not too hard to believe she'd do something like this. But she's adamant it was nothing but an accident, and she'd never do such a thing. Her first response to the situation was this. She wrote, "I'm so heartbroken, anybody that knows me knows I wouldn't do no goofy shit like that. Seeing that you can almost feel sorry for her if it was an accident, it must be quite shocking and very embarrassing to wake up one day and see yourself like that all over the internet." The tweet wasn't enough to satisfy fans who thought she did it on purpose, and it was even brought up on Breakfast Club. During their interview about 2 months after the incident, while they're talking about the success of her hit song Pound Town, Charlamagne says this out of nowhere.
Now, people said that you leaked your sex tape on purpose because of Pound Town. You wanted them to show. You wanted you to show what color it was.
He straight up drops the accusation, and what he's referring to is the lyrics Pound Town that go, "My coochie pink, my booty hole brown." This was Sexyyy Red's response.
No, that was the wackest video, bro. I was tired, I'm fat, pregnant, didn't even feel like doing it on there. So that's why I'm like, and then that's the one that get leaked.
She does have a point. If you're gonna leak a sex tape, you probably make it look a little bit better than that. Or maybe that's all part of her plan to make it appear to be an accident. Anyway, the drama surrounding the color of her coochie doesn't end there. After the incident, many people took the opportunity to point out that her coochie didn't look pink. She took to Instagram to respond and posted this now deleted video.
I'm brown. Why would the outside of my coochie be pink? Can you make it make sense? That's how I know y'all don't get no ass, nothing. Why would the fuck the outside of my coochie be pink? Not that y'all was thinking that that's sick. No, the outside is not pink, dumb. If you get some coochie and you see what the fuck going on, you're gonna see what I'm saying. Common sense.
So it's obvious Sexyyy Red doesn't shy away from giving her fans an intimate look at her life, but when it comes to her children, that's too far. Sexyyy Red's kids. One thing that annoys her even more than people discussing the color of her coochie are people asking questions about her kids. She had this to say about it.
Well, be like, why she don't post her kids? Why is y'all worried about my kids? Like, they right here cool, they fed, they clean, they good. What's going on? Why is y'all worried about my kids? Go have some kids and worry about them dirty the for real.
What's funny is that you'll hear at the end of the video her son telling her off for using bad language.
For real. Okay, I'm sorry, but they be pissing me off.
She says she doesn't like people asking about her kids, but it looks like she's not afraid to use them for a chance to go viral. In a now deleted story, she followed up with a few more videos, and in one of them, she had this to say.
They sit in these celebrity lives. Like, that's just so crazy to me. I feel like that's some pervert ass. Like, why do you want to see my kids, bitch? You fucking pedophile.
After being called out by her son, she takes a moment to apologize and asks if he wants her to stop saying bad words. In the cutest reply ever, he says yes, but then she follows up with more profanity.
I'm sorry, you want me to stop saying bad words? But bad words is fun to say. You know what the fuck I'm saying?
People weren't happy about it, and honestly, it's quite hard to listen to. There are a lot of mixed reactions online, with some thinking it's cute and others thinking it's terrible parenting. So what do you think? Is she mom of the year? Or does she have a lot to learn about being a parent, despite her actions? Suggesting otherwise, Sexyyy Red is known as a rapper who values her privacy, and even though she's posted a sex tape while being pregnant and openly speaks about it, she did try and hide her pregnancy from her fans. When people online wanted to know who the father of her second child is, she had this to say. "I don't need anyone in my business, like why you want to be so nosy. Mind your expletive business." With the internet being the internet, people weren't going to leave it at that, and now they're demanding to know who the father is with all kinds of rumors flying around. She's tried very hard to keep it a secret, and even censored his face for her pregnancy reveal. People are still dying to know, and for now, it looks like they'll just have to guess, but the comments are full of random people claiming to be him. In today's world, it is quite impressive she's managed to keep it a secret for this long. She's the queen of controversy, but overly sexual stuff isn't the only way she likes to get attention. Sexyyy Red is also big on the political scene, kinda. Trump endorsement. If you had to guess who she votes for, I'm sure Donald Trump would be the last person you think. Everyone was surprised when she openly endorsed Donald Trump back in October 2023.
I like Trump. Yeah, they support him in the hood.
Many people took to Twitter to let the world know that she did not speak for them. One wrote, "My people will never be free," while another said they hope this is a joke, whereas others supported her right to vote for whoever she wants. Sexyy Red gave a few reasons as to why Trump has her vote.
At first, I don't think people was f***ing with him like they thought he was racist, saying little shit and, against women. But once he started getting black people out of jail and giving people their free money, oh, baby, we love Trump. We need him back in office.
Yeah, a little bit of free money goes a long way.
We need him back. Because, baby, them checks.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, them stimulus checks. Trump, we miss you.
While we're sure the hood did love those checks, as Sexyy Red says, there is more to the story. Donald Trump also impressed the black community by issuing legal pardons for various people who'd been incriminated unfairly. To most people, it might not sound like much, but for those who really needed it, I'm sure those checks meant a lot. You've got to remember, Sexyy Red only hit the spotlight in 2023, so back in 2020 when Trump was handing out free money, she likely received it, and as she had a young son, certainly needed it. Free money and him helping out those who were unfairly imprisoned isn't everything she loved about Trump, though. Sexyy Red's also a fan of his brash and funny persona.
I love Trump, though. He funny to me. Like, I used to watch his like him talking to people. He used to be calling people fat.
That interview with Theo Von was in October 2023, but her mind changed nearly a year later when she took back her endorsement of Trump. It all started in June 2024, where she appeared at the iconic Rolling Loud Festival and dazzled fans with a full set. People loved her performance, but the huge red MAGA-inspired hat reignited the discussion about her supporting Trump. People saw this as her supporting the Republicans again and took to Twitter to bash her for it. Someone wrote, "Time for the Sexyy Red supporters to turn on her over this, even though most probably don't have a legit reason for disliking Trump." Another said, "If Sexyy Red supports your political candidate, you gotta reevaluate your beliefs." But this time, she made it clear that was not the case. On Twitter, she wrote, "It's Sexyy Red 4. President, I'm my own candidate. I'm not endorsing anybody, period." Some fans were really happy to see her say that and commented things like, "Yeah, it's you over Trump any day, and good for you. I hope you stand on your word and never support a living neo-Nazi for president." But why exactly has she changed her mind? Well, she's no stranger to riling people up, and she's shown time and time again she doesn't care what people think. We don't know for sure, but it could be something more personal. Since the 1970s, Trump has faced sexual misconduct cases, with some of the victims going so far as to accuse him of rape. The reason why this may hit home for Sexyy Red isn't just because she's a woman. What most people don't know is she herself was actually a victim of rape. Lil Yachty incident. She doesn't like to talk about it, but let it slip while she was on Lil Yachty's podcast, and the situation caused quite the storm online. The entire interview was taken down from YouTube, and when you hear the clip, you'll know why. It's very hard to listen to, but here's what happened.
Can you tell us like the craziest thing that's ever happened to you?
Crazy shit. It's gonna stay between us.
I got over. That's the craziest thing that ever happened to me.
Maybe something a little under. Maybe something. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Like,
maybe something.
shootout?
Yeah, there we go. Shootouts,
There we go.
High speed?
Yeah, that's more what we were thinking.
I know it's hard to believe that's how they reacted, but it gets even worse. They realized the dire mistake they made and tried to rectify it, but ended up laughing even more.
Wait.
We just want to say we are sorry.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, wait, that's definitely.
That is bad.
That is unfortunate.
It's not something we should.
It's no surprise people were furious about it after being asked to reveal a crazy moment in her life. Sexyy Red felt like she could open up and was only met with laughter and ridicule. Lil Yachty was right. It really was unfortunate, and who knows how bad their reaction made her feel. Comments showed many people voicing their support for her, with one writing, "Highly immature. Most of these podcasts are complete trash and disrespectful. My heart breaks for our youth. Fix it, Jesus." And another said, "They weren't the ones to discuss it with. These dudes are missing intelligence and emotional intelligence." If you see the comments from this generation, they take nothing seriously because they lack the ability to have compassion. It's hard not to agree with them. It really was insensitive. Many news channels also agreed, and Fox Soul, a media channel owned by Fox Corporations, did a segment on it, and their guests had a few things to say to Lil Yachty. One of them, Arlie Reynolds, highlighted the fact that young men these days are so desensitized to certain topics that they just don't know how to react. He also mentioned the interesting point of why she even brought it up. The podcast, after all, is called Safe Space, and she probably thought it was an okay situation to get something like that off her chest. It wasn't, and you can't help but feel bad for her. Another guest on the Fox Soul Show had even stronger response. He said, "You want to know what's so funny? I think that they're too stupid and mentally immature to purposely be insensitive." Twitter had very similar responses, with one user writing, "Lil Yachty ain't shit." Sexy Red said she got raped and that nigga was basically like, "Ew, talk about something else." And someone else saying, "It's not lost on me that the name of that Lil Yachty podcast is Safe Place, but these MFs are laughing when Sexy Red said she was SA. It's easy to see why everyone is so upset about it, and as of yet, Lil Yachty hasn't even issued an apology, and since that was in August 2023, I doubt he ever will. She hasn't spoken about the situation since, and after that reaction, it's kinda understandable why. We can only hope she's going to therapy or speaking to people who have her best interests at heart." One thing this does tell us is that even though we don't know the details, Sexy Red was a victim of rape, and that could help explain why she's changed her mind about Trump. It's possible at the time of her endorsement she was unaware of his history of sexual abuse. Sexy Red shows love to Trick Daddy. So moving on to some lighter topics, Sexy Red recently made headlines when she showed love to fellow rapper Trick Daddy. She sent him a heartfelt message on social media when he publicly stood up for her, voicing his support and saying that she should have won the award for New Artist at the BET Awards. If you don't know who Trick Daddy is, he's a legendary rapper from Florida who was big in the 90s. You could say he's an OG. He went on his podcast called Bitch I Got My Pots, and during a big rant had a lot to say about the situation.
One of the most hottest female rappers in decades, Sexy Red. You got snubbed. Yeah, I said it, you got snubbed. You got snubbed. If anybody know what snub mean, that's the epitome of what mother snub mean.
If you were wondering about the strange name of his podcast now, you know, it's also a cooking show. Anyway, labeling her one of the hottest female rappers in decades, he also said this about her. "I remember last year, they was hating on her since she wasn't making. Now I can't go in a club. I can't step in a club without hearing some Sexy Reds." His outspoken praise won her over, and this was her response. Trick Daddy went on to say some more positive things about her, and even compared his career to hers. He said, "I remember when I was heavy in the music, I was in my prime, and every year I would have different excuses from the producers and executives of all the rap and hip-hop award shows. Oh, it's about timing. When you came out and you didn't come out in time and you didn't do this in time." I get what he's trying to say, but I think that's a little bit of a stretch. Anyway, I'm sure some of you are wondering what the drama around the BET Awards is. Well, if you haven't heard, someone else won the title of Best New Artist, and her fans are not happy. We all know it's been a huge year for Sexy Red. She went on tour with Drake, featured in many big collabs, and even released her new album, In Sexy We Trust. And Trick Daddy's right, you literally can't go anywhere without hearing her songs. So her fans do have a point. She was nominated for 3 awards, Best New Artist, Best Female Artist, and Best Collaboration, and somehow didn't win any. Here's what her fans had to say about it. Someone wrote, "It's okay because you're gonna win a Grammy." Another guy said Sexy was robbed, and there were many others saying that she should have got the win over Tyla. If you don't know who Tyla is, she's a new R&B artist out of South Africa, and many of Sexy Red's fans, including Trick Daddy, think there's no way she should have won over Sexy. But she did, and this was Sexy Red's response. That's right, she doesn't look too fazed by it. It's pretty crazy that she didn't win any awards when she had such a massive year. It's understandable why she may have not won the other categories, as she was competing with the biggest names in the industry like Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and Megan Thee Stallion. But when it comes to Best Newcomer, there wasn't anyone that really matched her success. The main problem fans have with Tyla winning over Sexy is that Tyla is an international artist from South Africa who does more Afrobeat than hip-hop. They think Sexy's music more aligns with what the BET Awards are all about. Either way, she still did a live performance at the awards and it received mixed reactions from fans. Some liked it, some thought she didn't sound great, but everyone agreed that the best part was the crowd's reactions. They were feeling it, that's for sure. So what do you think? Should Sexy Red have won any awards, and do you agree with everyone saying she was robbed? Carpet hair comments and controversy. Everything she does seems to get mixed reactions from her fans. Sometimes they love her and sometimes she makes them furious. Back in June 2024, she posted something on Instagram that got a lot of people really upset. Take a look. It looks like an innocent video of her showing off her glistening long hair, but a lot of people took it the wrong way, especially because of the caption that went, "You carpet hair beanie neck hoe could never." Like many of her social media captions, it's pretty cryptic, but most interpreted it as her making fun of those people with carpet hair. One fan wrote, "This whole post is sad. Yes, black women can have natural long hair. We do not have to put others down to make ourselves appear better. The carpet comment was crazy unnecessary and very disturbing ESP for the young black girls who like her and may not have the softest texture, which does a good job to sum up what a lot of people were saying about it. It looks like she left a lot of people feeling insecure. She tried to explain herself and posted this story shortly after. Her Instagram is full of some real wild posts that sure get people talking. Just check this one out. I'm sure it's a joke, but it certainly got people riled up, and many in the comments were jumping at her offer. She sure knows how to get people thirsting over her, but you know what? It works. Her success is a clear sign of that. Sexyyy Red's reaction to criticism. For the most part, it's fun and games, and it's clear a lot of her online antics are for the purpose of getting people talking. But there are some people that really don't like her and think she's a threat to young women and even the black community. One Twitter user posted a video slamming Sexyyy Red, and it's going viral.
I hate that Sexyyy Red. I promise you, I hate that girl. I hate her.
She goes even further and straight up accuses Sexyyy Red for corrupting the black community and warns parents to not let their kids listen to her music. She even brings up when Sexyyy Red mocked carpet hair and uses that as an example of why she's so dangerous. The video went viral and many people had an opinion about it. Altogether, it was viewed over 6 million times and the reactions were very mixed. There was even a poll with over 40,000 votes asking if people thought she was speaking facts or just hating, and this was the result. It looks like a whole lot of people agree that her music is damaging to the black community, and Sexyyy Red herself even responded to the video. This was her reply. In her usual troll-like fashion, she ignores it, but at least it shows she does pay attention to what people are saying. As controversial as Sexyyy Red is, a lot of people defend her with reasons like, what about other overly sexual rappers like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, and what about the violent and criminal nature of hip-hop across the board, and they do have a point. So what do you think? Do you agree that some of her antics are too much, or should she be free to express herself? Beef with Kayla B and Chief Keef. No matter what she does, Sexyyy Red just can't avoid trouble. And recently, she sparked a huge beef with King Von's sister, Kayla B, and it was all over Chief Keef. It all started when Sexyyy Red hopped onto Instagram and shared some very juicy pictures that got the internet going crazy. Here's the pic. What you're seeing is her holding Chief Keef's famous Sosa chain and holding it next to her private parts, or at least appearing to. She added fuel to the fire when she added the caption, "We go together now, ma, give me our kiss," and actually tagged Chief Keef. The problem is that Keef has been dating King Von's sister, Kayla B, who had a few things to say about it. Instead of being angry or calling Sexyyy Red out, she jokingly supported it and said, "Let's be family," posting a picture with her kissing Chief Keef. It was then Sexyyy Red's turn to respond with some pictures with her and Keef. It looks like the two of them were enjoying some home-cooked tacos together. Some people in the comments thought it was hilarious that she had him cooking for her, and others questioned his tacos and pointed out they didn't look great. Kayla B later responded with photos of her and Chief Keef that showed him wearing the same clothes that he was wearing in the taco pictures, leading fans to think that he might have slept with Kayla and then went to see Sexyyy Red after. In the end, Kayla B and Sexyyy Red called a truce and agreed to just share him instead of fighting over him.
You can't run me off that easy now. I guess we gotta share that. We sharing these niggas.
This exchange highlighted Sexyyy Red's mastery over causing drama and building hype for her songs. Not long after, her and Keef released a remix to her popular song, Bo Bo Bo. After that, it became obvious what the beef was about, getting people excited for her new song. When it comes to marketing, Sexyyy Red is a genius. We just have to hope Kayla B was in on it too, or else we might be seeing some more drama between those two down the road. In a post showing a snippet from her and Chief Keef's video, she hints at being pregnant again, which, like last time, is sure to spark some huge debates about who the dad is. From sex tapes to presidential endorsements to starting beef with all kind of people, Sexyyy Red sure knows how to get people talking about her. In the age of social media, she is running the show, and even though she sometimes pretends to not know what she's doing, I think most of these stunts are intentional. Her Twitter and Instagram are full of thousands of examples of explicit photos, strong opinions, and outright crazy takes on all kinds of things, and it doesn't look like the controversial rapper is slowing down anytime soon. Some love her, some hate her, but everyone can agree she knows how to get people talking. Her escapades can be outrageous and often offensive, but since they work so well, who can really blame her? That's it when it comes to the Sexyyy Red's online antics. But if you want to see more crazy rap drama, click one of these videos on screen.